be my third.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the NFL, so
right.
Yep, this is only my third.
From that experience, what's different about a bowl game?
Than a playoff game
yeah.
in the NFL?
Right.
It's finality, I guess. I mean, it's one game and it's over. So where the NFL playoffs, I mean, you're looking to obviously move on. It's that playoff format, and so the kids definitely enjoy it. I'm talking about my family. The kids enjoy it because they get to go for a week and go hang out and be at the game. Where the NFL playoffs, I mean, you're trying to move on. You're trying to make it to the Super Bowl, and there's not a real finality to it until the fourth quarter, and you're losing.
Yeah, right.
Then you know it's over. Yeah. And there's a lot more hoopla for the bowl game, and it's more festivities and those type of things.
I don't expect you to tell us a lot about your game plan for Oklahoma State, but as far as your coverage and things like that, do you see yourself doing a lot of different things when you're covering Oklahoma State, or do you see yourself kind of managing the way you guys did all season with different things?
Right. From each game, and that's the beautiful thing about college football, every offense is really, really different. And where, National Football League, kind of week in and week out, it's very, very similar. So each game we're going to tweak our coverages here and there. And, Oklahoma State, they provide a different challenge. They have 3 really good receivers. They have a running back that's powerful and strong. They're going to try to feed him the ball. And they got a strong arm quarterback, 2 speedy wideouts outside, and a real shifty guy inside. And so we're definitely going to have our hands full with those 3 receivers. And so, we'll do a lot of the normal things we've done throughout the course of the year, but there's always those little tweaks to confuse them.
As far as comparing their offense to somebody you might have seen this year, can you compare anybody from a passing standpoint?
I think quarterback-wise, real similar to actually Washington State and Oregon State in terms of powerful arms, strong arms, can get the ball downfield. Scheme-wise, there's really not anybody that's like these guys. They actually mix it up a ton from game to game. They spread out Kansas State, and they tighten things up against Oklahoma. And so they've kind of mixed it up really, really well. And they've gone through 3 quarterbacks. And so a lot of adjustments on the offensive line, so they had to do different things. And so in a lot of ways, this is going to be like an opening game, for a first game of a season where you're studying tape, you don't really know what you're going to get, and we're just going to have to play our roles.
I know you were so excited about having John Ross on your team. Mm-hmm. Has he kind of lived up to the hype or lived up to your expectation of him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, with the short amount of time that he's played corner now and for the plays he's made and for us to not even change our defense, he just came right aboard, and we didn't slow down anything of our installs or anything like that. So for him to be able to pick all that up and be able to make plays, get interceptions, knock the ball down, be in good position, very proud of him. Now, he still has a long way to go to really learn the ins and outs of playing corner. And but I'm excited. I mean, he's got all the tools. He wants to. He's tough. He's got ball skills. I mean, it's going to be really fun to coach him and get him to where I think he could be as a corner.
What's the hardest thing about for a wide receiver to make that jump midseason?
For him, really switching gears. All of a sudden he's, on defense you have to be able to react. Offense, the play comes in and they tell you exactly what to do, and he goes and he runs the route. We're on defense. We have a lot of different rules and stuff that he's got to know. And based on what they're doing, he's got to react and make a play. And so he's got to be more reactive instead of knowing exactly where he's going. And but you know what? John Ross he's a heck of an athlete, very, very smart football player. And so it was pretty impressive to see him pick it up so fast.
Is there a key to what creates success in a bowl game? Is there, from your experience?
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to be able to tackle. I think with this big long layoff that we've had and playing competitive football against another opponent, the Apple Cup seems like about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, be able to tackle really, really well. Got to be able to protect the football. Can't turn the ball over. And I think our special teams got to be on point. I think in those 3 phases, if we can do those well, we'll be right there at the end. Hopefully, getting some things done.
There's also a thing in a bowl game. You're talking about a lot of guys who don't play anymore. You talk
yeah.
about finality. I mean, some of the kids obviously will go to the next level, but a lot of them won't.
Right.
Does that sort of create some challenges? Maybe some.
I actually think it raises the level of our play. In some ways, it's almost like our final home game here at Husky Stadium for the seniors. Everybody wants to make sure we send those seniors out the right way.
Yeah.
And now this finality of this is our last. It's going to be the last time the 2014 Husky football team is going to be together. And so there's that finale to it where all the young guys want to make sure the seniors go out the right way. There's going to be a lot of seniors that this will be the last time they ever put football pads on. And so I think that actually raises our level of play.
Yeah. Do you remember your last game?
I do. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I remember my last game.
What were the circumstances?
It wasn't good. I actually blew my knee out. So,
was that right?
Yeah. Middle of my senior year. I can remember to this day. So,
Yeah.
Who's that against?
That was against. Wow. Actually, I don't remember that. I remember it was in the second quarter. I think it was against Northern Arizona, and I was in the Big Sky at home. It was in Cheney. Yeah.
ACL?
It was actually my meniscus, tore my meniscus, and they had to stitch it back up. Just the rest of my
So
senior year.
as you're being carried off or whatever, you realize this is it?
Yeah. I knew this was.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it awful or?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty disheartening. I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was a tough deal for sure.
Yeah.
Think back on it, that's not the way you want it to finish for sure. You'd
Right.
rather have it finish in a bowl game or your senior
Right.
game, last game or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's how this game is.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, not injured. You don't want to end it injured.
No.
At least you want to walk off the field.
Exactly. But now we got to be a part of very fortunate to be a part of a lot of other football games now, coaching and doing all that. So
Cool.
I was too slow. I was going to play in the NFL anyway.
Yeah.